to set the stone according to the ancient landmarks.
It shall be done, fellow craftsmen. Advance, by order of our worthy president, I direct that you here and now proceed to set the stone according to the ancient landmarks.
Gentlemen, what are we and what are our duties in the class of 2013?
We are craftsmen, and it is our duty to labor at our appointed task.
It is well said, my friend. But why did you place a compass upon the stone?
I did so that I might find out whether the stone lay due north and south, or to remind you, myself, and all men that as the needle points unendingly to the pole, so should our thoughts and actions point unendingly to the God duty.
It is well spoken. But you placed the square upon the stone. Why did you thus?
I did so, wanted to find the stone square, and to remind you, myself, and all members of the craft, that we shall square our actions and all the transactions of the life by the rule of truth.
A goodly sentiment and a noble precept. But you placed the level upon the stone. Why did you thus?
I did so I could tell whether the stone was level, and to remind you, myself, and all the men in this craft, that it is our duty to level all distinctions of rank, wealth, and blood. Remember that day when we all shall lie down in a dreamless sleep.
Certainly, that is a teaching worth remembering. But you, my friend, placed a thumb upon the stone. Wherefore?
I did so that I could find out whether these edges were right edges, and to remind you, myself, and all of the brethren of the craft, to make upright our conduct in every walk in life.
It is well spoken. See that you follow that teaching. But you, my friend, have a more hammer in your hand.
Yes, when edges are rough or rocks upgrade, we use this instrument in preparing the stone for the master builder's chisel, and to remind you, myself, and all men that the troubles, the care, and the anxiety of this life are but strokes of the hammer in the hands of the master builder of the universe. He may fashion us to remind us, he may fashion us to be stones in that great temple, not made by hands, eternal in the heavens.
It is well spoken, and a teaching that hath come to us from the far off past. Fain would I linger and listen to your several words of wisdom. But the hour grows late. Let us gather up our working tools and hasten to make a report. Mr. Conductor, we wish to make a report.
The hour grows late. It is now near the hour of low 12. You must have tarried.
True, most worthy sir. After labor, we spent some time and talk of high and noble themes.
It is well if in discourse, not in idleness, ye pass these late hours. Report.
The stone is set.
The stone is due north and south.
The stone is square.
Stone's level.
The stone is plumb. The stone is true and firm.
It is well. And if the master workman report to me, as ye have declared, you shall in no wise lose your reward. Call the craft and labor.
By direction of our right honorable conductor, I call the craft from labor to refreshment.
Pages, if the craftsmen ever refresh themselves, do you bring before me the master workman? be called master workmen, inspectors, and inquisitors.
True, most honored sir.
Wherefore do men call ye so? Are not all men workmen in this world of pain and toil and labor?
All men should be workmen, but it is not so. Therefore, is it that the craft sets aside some who by their faithfulness and their zeal and experience are worthy to try the work of others?
That is a truly wise provision. When you examine the work, you find out what?
We found out whether they be true workmen.
What is the emblem of thine office, good sir?
The square, sir.
Has it any moral teaching?
Morally, it teaches us the square actions by the square virtue and improve our work.
Apply the implement of office to the stone and make report.
Sir, I find this stone square. Squares are meant as the senior class of 2013. The craftsmen have performed their duty.
So mote it ever be!
What is the emblem of thine office, good sir?
The level, sir!
Has it any moral teaching?
Morally, it reminds us of equality, and we use it to try horizontals.
Apply the implement of thine office to the stone and make report.
Sir, I find this stone level. Level are the heads of the class of 2013. The craftsmen have performed their duties.
So mote it ever be!
What is the emblem of thine office, good sir?
The plum, sir!
Has it any moral teaching?
Morally, it reminds us of right living, and we used to try perpendicular.
Apply the implement of thine office to the several edge of this stone and make report.
Sir, I find this stone plumb. May each member of this class be ever so. The craftsmen have performed their duty.
So mote it ever be!
To the class of 2013, the craftsmen, the master workmen, and a wonderful other conductor report to me that this stone is duly and truly laid. Is it your wish that I proceed?
It is our wish! Proceed!
Since the stone is firm, due north and south, square, level, and plumb, I therefore declare the stone to be well formed, true and trusty, and correctly laid as handed down in the school's tradition. Let the elements of consecration now be presented. I scatter this corn upon you, my lord. Showered upon us and our school forever. I pour this wine upon this stone as an emblem of joy and gladness. May the great ruler of the universe prosper this, our class and school, forever.
So mote it ever be!
I pour this
comrade, and giving this spade into your keeping, I charge your class, through you, its representative, to work hard, dive deep, and thus only can true results be attained. Sir and comrade, the class of 2013 bids the class of 2014. Hail and farewell.
Sir and gentlemen of the class of 2013, the class of 2014 is not mindful of the good record you're leaving behind you. It will be our endeavor to equal, if we may not surpass, that most excellent record which tonight closes another chapter on our school's history. So, when you return to witness like ceremonies, you may recognize that your advice has been well taken. Sir and gentlemen all, the class of 2014 beats the class of 2013. Hail, Godspeed, and farewell.
Classmates, the sands in our hourglass warn us that our duties are nearly done. Our time here as pupils almost over. In a few hours, our last words will have been said, and we shall go forth to merge ourselves in the great mass of mankind. Many have stood where we are standing here tonight in dear rose-laden May and performed like ceremonies. 128 fleeting years have seen many of them return to renew old memories and bless friendships. But all have not returned. Some the busy world hath claimed, some from the distant lands, and some lay sleepless in the dreamless sleep. Has it been with them, so will it be with us. So, old comrades true, let you and me raise the old school song whose echoes shall linger with us through all the years to come. 1, 2, 3.